сути 22:32. Мне нужно как бы возвращаться. Так. По сути 22:32. Мне нужно как бы...
Yes?
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of...
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small... The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. You almost look like a professional. Your face, such as it is, a regular human face. An old mirror hangs on the wall. The bed is comforting, if... Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you...
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday. No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first... Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. You can never forget this shit. All stuck on... You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city. You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day.
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He's got no idea what he's in for. Beep, beep, beep! The alarm is ringing, Harry! The disco circus goes on.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Ой, пойми. Очень слабо связанный текст.
Good. You're up. Listen. There's something that's been bothering you. It's a suspicion. Or a feeling, really. That things are not quite in an earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, you've got to find out who bears la responsabilité. the most awesome, terrible. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité like a committee. Only the most even keel, your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom. Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be kept. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
Чё, блядь? Хуй знает, что задание, похуй.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated. An old mirror hangs on.
Хуй, тебе делать нехуй там стоять. Что там делать? Ладно, здесь, походу, мы закончили. Вроде как. Постирать.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour.
I could use a breather before another rainy day begins.
Well, hand it over then. And I must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
И где она? Вот это. Болевой проб, плюс сумрак, минус драма. Все уже. Расползлись.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little...
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer? Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Hi. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all. Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gotwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Блять. Вот и в пизду.
If you say so.
She didn't appreciate your cold rationality.
Когда? До свидули.
You've checked all the...
Ты что, точно все облазил? Точно, не все. Где? Инструмент, помогающий мне делать вещи. А сюда мне не попасть. Отсюда вообще никак. Можно к этому зайти? Может, он что-то изменилось? Может, он одежду начал покупать?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look. Alright, let's see it. Oh no, 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 no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table
Уличный
lamps.
фонарь.
All the old... You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the...
Понятно, у тебя и так все купил, что хотел. чё тут третесь, блядь?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper...
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM...
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is...
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
You don't know?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
Риторика. Осторожно, это не вопрос. И чё мне на не вопрос ответить?
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West Riversholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting...
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of it.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
What about them? Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message. What I mean by this is, we are all pissed.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though... you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me,
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Yes? Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Куртки тебя пугают? Блять, ни тот, ни другой мне это не нравится.
What are you implying? I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements. Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Сумрак. Блять, это хуя. Ходить в куртках. Ссаные пидоры, нахуй мир. Блять, это, конечно, прикольно. Сука.
Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean...
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move.
Hey! Stop right there! How do...
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Блять.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how...
What if it's art? Or just a mere...
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark. No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lack. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
That's right. You should back off and let's...
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us.
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs want to eat.
Just trust me and follow my lead.
Ебать. Я хуй знаю, ты чё? И чё выбрать-то, блядь? Вообще не понимаю, что происходит.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin. Deliberately, the other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless continuing to steal glances at the lieutenant's motor carriage.
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm.
Блять, отжать у типа в куртке? Не, серьезно? Блять, я бы так не сделал, но я так сделал, называется, из категории. Или не сделаю. Слишком много вещей, слишком мало памяти.
Why does art inspire you so much? Is it, yet your eye constantly seeks out the most critical side of any aesthetic confront? In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion. Have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday, and critique architecture. Yes, you seek substance, No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half
Арт-коп,
art
блядь.
critic, half cop. Bravo. Continue. Then, the mediocre and vulgar epigones of the world. This was a good call. That guy probably thinks forensics is autism too.
That ride is fuck.
Hey, piss.
А,
Look who it
ебать.
is. Shrunken cophead material.
Нихуя, мне все равно не хватает. Сумрак 4, ну да, конечно. Ну ладно, хуй с тобой, золотая рыбка. Держите пока свои куртки при себе. Пока у вас есть такая возможность. Блять, какие перчатки попроще есть? Наверное, такие. А, мне еще блокнотик же есть. Что он дает? Какие-то типы, блядь. Так, что у меня по заданиям? Пойдем зайдем сейчас сюда.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you. Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some...
Ramblings. Nonsense. You...
But darling, I didn't even get the size of...
Measuring things is important. How did she get the size?
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to...
Reflexively, the lieutenant Redis is familiar.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden... I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the sub...
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood. Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20...
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering. I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, Most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote, so
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant.
it did, yes. Like
the way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
our first, yes.
The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express, even to him. Interesting.
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than...
What if it is the case?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
Haha, nothing like the gratitude of a good woman.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial. But inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
No locusts?
That's not ideal, but... I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is...
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news.
Another trip to the reeds.
Пиздец, соврать его благо. Или такое тут благо относительное?
Of course we have.
Wait, Morel. He may have a point.
You're right, dear. It's a fair point. But what other explanation could there be? Pardon me. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now. And brought some great news too.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like some kind of foul play might be afoot? Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our... Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity?
Блять, ну давай, техника.
You have your suspicions, but nothing you can form into
Сука!
a viable explanation.
Auto-cannibalistic locusts. I appreciate you.
It's okay, dear. Most hypotheses turn out to be false.
Пиздец, блять, 80 с хуем. Восьмикратная зоркость. Сила воли, защита от криптидов. О май fucking god. Как можно было?
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
Науку техники. Пизда. Не хватает.
Can I help you? What is this thing? What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like...
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Always a pleasure to see an officer. I mean, officers.
Так, ладно, хуй с ним. Наряжаемся в полицейскую волну, блять. О, господи. Полицейская волна 1. Что такое трепет, блядь? Что такое диско-блейзер? Понятно, нет. Где там по нормальному костюмчику? Это что? Нет. Что, блядь, сколько всего? Вот, визуальный анализ. Да, вот этот, пожалуйста. Хоть он выглядит как идиотизм. Внутренняя империя. У меня только полицейская волна. Че, все что ли? Кучу полицейской волны и все на куртке. Правильно я вас понимаю? Мало разнообразия штанишек и все были какие-то такие. Ладно, хуй с вами. Что, не хватит?
Again? I can't...
He might be wearing a
недоступно, нужно
disguise.
прокачать. До сих пор. Полностью прокачано. А как мне, ну это, ну типа... Она полностью прокачана, пардонте. Как быть? Никак.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little... You see a heavy steel door with...
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
She.
I nodded and
Not only do you get it, you know it.
okay, you have a dictionary. That doesn't mean you get it. Let's.
А, у меня же там труп на перси,
It's
блядь,
you
я
again.
забыл.
What is it?
Да ебаться, Тита Харди. Авторитет 0. Показать, кто здесь главный. Блять, это будет интересно. Давай. Хули нет. Хули, я ж дурак. Авторитет у меня. Мне ничего не дает авторитет. Мне все, что только уменьшает авторитет, да? Да. Что бы ни нацепил, авторитет не повысится, только понизится. Охуеть. В натуре. Еще эта хуйня, авторитет еще на 2 падает. Ладно, допустим. Не, авторитет вообще, блядь, хуй где возьмешь.
It's you again. What is it?
Просто без шансов, все. Я понял. Странно, что мусорный пакет не уменьшает авторитет. Он бы как раз казался очень стрёмненьким.
An old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Сила воли. Что я больше ничего не могу усвоить. Для этого мне тоже нужно что? Что-то. Очки навыков, видимо. Я на это трачу. Понятно. Здорово, кунь.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
Ну попробуем. Давай здесь еще что-нибудь поделаем. Хули бы и не да. У меня эмпатия вроде... Все, что на эмпатию дает, все уже стоит на мне. А, нет. Здравствуйте.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
42 все равно. Блять, это пиздец.
Kuno doesn't.
Сложно, сложно, сложно.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the future.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you? One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can... I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try again during business.
Anything else, Detective? 57?
In the cabin, you see a set.
Да. У меня еще тут
The
разъебать
dented
я еще
yellow.
попут на свою ногу. Библиотека, что я могу взять? Что мне нужно найти? Что мне нужно? Сейчас нацепить на себя все про концептуализацию и, блядь, и нахуяриться, да? План, по-моему, хороший. Блять. Почему я не могу запомнить? Может, хоть отсортировать? Ну, видимо, концептуализация этого максимум здесь. Ничего не уменьшает. Хуй с ним. Так, у меня, значит, ни кисточки, ни мазута в инструментах нету, значит, брать это не нужно, да? Походу. Ну что ж, давай.
Paintbrush, check. Heavy fuel oil, check. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Блять, и чё? Честно, я хуй знает.
Yes?
Про ответственность. Ладно, так. Да и
The
похуй.
paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver.
Пиктограмма.
What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Что за тень здесь лежит? Что за тень лежит здесь под ярким блеском? Нахер полицию, нафиг? Этот вопрос очень странный, я его не понимаю. Пиктограмма нет. Парковка запрещена, нет. Возможно. Или вот это. Пускай это.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear that...
Я понял.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Блять.
Thank you for passing on the message. Now run along, Piggy. Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Yeah?
Lying is cool, I guess.
У нее наверняка мой стол, блядь. Вопрос, на что она его купила? Значит, не у нее. Вероятно. Не точно. Ну, блядь, нравится ей, что вообще не хочу.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? By love, you did.
Fast, observantly, like an elite.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation... What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Да вроде все. Что еще хуйня тут, блядь? Как ты разгребся, я хуй знает. Мне нужно, блядь, конкретный инструмент какой-то. А, да. Да. Да, точно. Точно, можно сделать еще кое-что. Может, что изменилось у вас, ребятки, нет?
Hi, Ace Detect.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Вопрос, проверка для нахуй. Ладно. Что мне это даст?
The barbell waits patiently on the
Грубая
floor.
сила.
like a dog for its master.
Могу ли я набрать где-нибудь грубой силы? Здесь +1. Тогда уже лучше так. Походу не могу.
The barbell waits patiently.
Просто нет. Почему у меня до сих пор болит голова? Непонятно. Ладно. Так, ладно, пусть. Блять, без фонарика, видимо, делать нехуй вообще. Проход завален.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Cut like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the cube, the speaker comes.
Good morning. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule. In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly the first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished. Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor. Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio program and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists? It didn't. No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers. With their panic attacks and 3 hours, it was impossible not to fail. The project was too large and no amount of money could satiate. They tried to make a 4 million Riyal game with 400,000 in them. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't. No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything. Never entirely. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswaf Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of them. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor. The world had never seen their kind before, and might never again. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined. Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Мать твою.
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight again.
Да, понятно. Сломал хуям.
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop? And that's it. Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day. When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Always read the terms of service. And let's face it, they didn't have any money left for a legal action. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer, S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal. Her former colleagues would agree with you. The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. "4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. Sandbrun 1147. That's what the street sign next to the church said. The production schedule depicts it was impossible not to fail. They thought they couldn't. No, that is until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. No, it was good. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10. Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end where what is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front. When the project was the team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel. Mysteriously, it was the lead program. Lucan, I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator. The production schedule ends with a few random notes. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like firefly. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. It's empty. The filament you have would fit. The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip...
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. This orange machine is turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water.
Тебе не взять лицевую монтировку. Даже не могу представить, что это может быть. Возможно, дело здесь в чем-то.
Both cables are unplugged somewhere in the dark. A giant electrical mammal stirs to life. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly. Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented. This orange machine is buzzing like an old turning the crank feels you slip. No. If you want to try.
Equip the pry bar.
Only the black cable is plugged. Something
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant
Looking for something?
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine. A lorry abandoned. The smell of there's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat. Closed
Ладно, нахуя я сюда полез вообще? Не очень понимаю, что делать. Пытаться пробивать белые проверки путем натягивания на себя шмота.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. Racist. Welcome, he must think. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yeah.
Babe, thanks. But I got this. You have him off guard now. He's preoccupied with his situation with his woman.
Разбог, чтобы что? Чтобы куда и зачем, как говорится. Так.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever.
Сила воли,
The
как
drawers
говорится,
slight.
не качалась. И у меня нет очков, чтобы прокачать.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic
Технику
welcomes
только.
you as you pick up the handset.
Чудно. Вопрос, где мне взять опыт? Пиздец. Хорошо, понятно, ладно. Ну окей, давай.
Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my advice. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? Ah, now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility? Simple. Because moral intern types love to form in any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his... Now, was there anything else?
Ладно, понятно. Там, 10 еще нет. Как? Я не встречал. Передаем привет эмпатии. Ладно, можно просто взять и закурить нахуй. Так и сделаем.
There it is, a brave little arm.
Так, секунду.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. Repercussions. There's a high risk of glory with a mild chance. Cool genius. Smoking will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself, the man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's...
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Чудно. Но опыта мне это дало недостаточно, чтобы я мог качать технику. И тем самым, блядь... Нет слов. Да. Это что по заметкам получается? Нужно поговорить. Да. Хер, здорово.
What are wondering, man? How can I...
Да, я спускайся уже. Я смотрю, как чувак курит. Понял, что мне самому неплохо было бы покурить. Вот такая вот загадулина.
Hi again, gendarme.
А, самообладание. Могу попробовать.
Oh, a committee. And if I may ask, Gendarme, what is this committee?
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course.
Исторические места на побережье.
Not a clue. I'm not his agenda keeper, you see. I guess you will. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Окей, давай. Самообладание. Благо я шмоток набрал всяких. Но все равно часто недостаточно. Так. Да где? Вот. Чё? Не на самообладание было всего лишь одна шмотка? Секучий... Это беда. Слишком много всего, блядь. Я просто, блядь, ходячий этот самый. Магазин одежды. Да быть того не может. Что у меня новых предметов? Ничего. Да. Сюда.
Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
The homosexual underground? Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate? Well, I am one of them. One of the Sub Rosa pleasure group, congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night. Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life. Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning. The last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to. The true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore. But do you also like the razzle-dazzle of gold? Do you like parties and discos and having fun under the vibrant light? Because instead of the traditional family unit, we're going to have all this razzmatazz. And mysteries, of
Пиздобол.
course, too. Mysteries of sexual nature, very esoteric. And disco music and drugs. Sure thing, officer. What do you want to know next? Bye-bye, gendarme.
Вопрос, что я за это получил? Ничего. Где мои тапки? Симпатии, все. Чудно, блядь. Прелестно. Идеев больше нема. Дайте, да, вот смысла нет, полицейского волна слабая. Вот думаю, что качать, полицейскую волну или не волну. У меня будет шанс, скорее всего, лишь один. Так.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit. Fuck no! Ah, shit!
Блять.
That's right, pig. Shit. Kuno doesn't.
Да понятно. Я получил 50 опыта, но, блядь, не получил 50 опыта. Правильно я вас понял? А, ваши 50 опыта это 5 опыта. Ну хорошо, математики. Хуй вы. Как я и говорил, эмпатию мне дает только одна шмотка и все. Пиздец, как их сортирануть, блядь? Не так эмпатия там, блядь, как могла. Нет, есть еще очки. Очки идиота.
Fuck does Kuno care?
42%. Маленький шанс.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Эмпатию я больше... Нет, смогу вкачать еще разочек.
Fuck does Kuno care?
It's not Kuno.
О, да ладно.
It's Kuno S.
Сейчас, курну.
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
Давай шукаться мусор. Блять, ну это, блять, охуенно.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips. Fuck. She can read lips. You should cup your mouth.
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488.
488. The criminal code doesn't go higher than 190.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal. Yeah. Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast. Kuno falls silent.
Kuno, there, that's it. That's what Kuno...
He usually looks you straight in the eye. A little something, just don't move your head. Just from the corner of your eye, look at her. Though her friend spoke too low for her to hear, Kuno S is not smiling anymore.
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit. Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
It's Suruese. The Suru are an indigenous ethnic minority in the social democratic powerhouse Vasa on the tundra and tiger-covered Isola of Katla. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Suruese? Like that man from Shelmdall shit? She could be.
Revelshot does have a small Suruese community, or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Fuck no, she's not me sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
A shoe cupboard just off to the right. Have you been to this place?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out. I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno S, two of a kind.
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno. No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was Psycho Killer. How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. See, Kuno's got this shit under control. Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand? Alright, now we can do business. Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno!
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
Что, блядь? Ну похуй.
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
Ах ты, сука. Стойкость подвига.
Like half. A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram, sir.
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
Сука.
Okay, Kuno's listening.
Сука. Нахуя мне спиды? Блять, а что? Да.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno, just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent... That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here? Okay then.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
Заебись, окей. Теперь у меня есть целое очко навыков, чтобы вкачаться куда-то, чтобы что-то. Блять, но мне понадобится, скорее всего, либо грубая сила, я хуй знает, блять. Врываться куда-то, творить дичь, блять. Очень интересно. А это что пизданет?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Понятно. Ну, ловить нехуй. Так, что мне интересно? Процесс того нам вкачано полностью, здесь я нахуй. Только вкачу что-то другое, и сработает ли это или нет, я не очень понимаю. Пойдем туда пробежимся. А, еще уже 10 часов. Можно еще звякнуть библиотеку. воли, наверное, да?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides.
Сила воли мало у меня. Может быть, хуёвая вероятность.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic.
Ну, технику, значит, и вкачаем. Тем более, что это один из моих основных навыков. Казалось бы. Хуяк. И оденем суперские перчатки на технику, да? Типа, они уже одеты. Больше на технику у меня нихуя нет, все верно. Каждый раз перепроверяю. Блин, каждый раз забываю, ёбаный мудак. Ну да, ну да. На технику у меня только перчатки.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic
97%.
welcomes
О,
you
да.
as you pick up the handset. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 495 calling. Calling. Still calling. Then
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
the voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10 millimeter film for home use. This is Lamy. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. No. Maybe you call to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a copy of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Whoa, not a fun film, that one. It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter and subsequent divorce, Zemsk immigrant Egidius Wojcik tries to... No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it would be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Main.
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the disc.
Чудно.
The payphone hangs.
Чудно. Вот ради чего, блядь. Вот чтобы что. Хорошо. Так. Какие действия могу еще предпринять? Взять в руки ружье? Пойти с толстым пообщаться. А, точно, я хотел в библиотеку звонить.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the...
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have... Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number up.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Capeside Apartments, it says.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay. If it was the police, she starts explaining something.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her...
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him. 1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering wheels.
Понятно. Пошли. Странно, да. Может, тут что-нибудь увижу?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The curtains on the lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the... It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind. The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Что мне это дало? Минус 25 центов. Не знаю, зачем я к ней иду. Видимо, нахуй не надо. Блин, я думал, это она купила ствол, но ствол мог выкупить и кто-то другой.
Give me a moment. It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Maisons in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of those doors on the balcony.
Ясно.
The waiters are at the end of this hallway, right next to the communal bathroom.
Так, пошли поднимемся наверх. Йоу.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to...
Не было никаких охуенно веселых проверок. Ну, видимо, нет. А здесь не было прохода. Значит, так. сразу не нашел?
In your hands, you hold. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands. You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading. The back cover is dominated by a black and white photo. She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of us in cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugoslavia riots in the 20s. The Yugoslavia riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as ethnic tensions run wild. A pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all that, it would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoned. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And, in the end, she spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude as life leaves their remains between the soil sheets. Their final thoughts are filled with regret. In cold, detached prose, the author describes as the Yugoslavia riots took place from as ethnic tensions run. It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? You've made the right life choices today, sir. What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, not indeed.
Тут уже все обшарено. Я просто хожу и получаю опыт. Гениально.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. You hear someone, a poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Ладно, пусть. Получается 11. Маркс.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man.
Я понял. Блять. Ну, допустим. Вообще-то нихуя не было, да? Либо я что-то допустил? Нет. Все. Хорошо. На всякий пожарный возьму в руки ружье нет. Это не инструмент. Понятно. Заебись. Кстати, а что, сигареты инструмент? Серьезно? От использования. От того, что их ношу, нихуя нет эффекта. Да, здоровье мне что-то поплохело. А у меня еще пизды дадут по всему телу.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached. threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
Что ж. Зря я технику качал, что ли.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
Сука, я очкую.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a...
Good. Confiscate it.
The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world.
Так, секундочку. Моторика, психика, минус боевой дух. Давай-ка мы сумрак нацепим, чтобы лишний раз, не лишний раз. Сумрак. Грубую силу. Потому что, возможно, она очень быстро может пригодиться, блядь. Вот это нахуй. Лучше нацепи вот. Перебрись. Нет, визуально анализ лучше оставить. Так. Полевой порог, сила воли. Больше сумрака у меня нет. А, у меня есть галстук с сумраком. Нет, не галстук с сумраком. Стойкость. А, во. Чудненько. Драма. Так, ну в принципе. Похуй. Пойду так.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed, a stained parka, some towels and a duvet, some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest. Something underneath there is it doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now, or you're gonna die.
Что ж, сумрак подсказывает, наверное. Ладно, чисто из ебаного любопытства.
Bundle of clothes. In the dark, it looks like a nest. Something underneath. It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. It's deep in suffering somehow. You see a 60-year-old fat red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol. And you don't have to take him down. He's already down.
I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sock. Maxtor is a gas company. He's wearing free socks from a gas company. A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to...
Well, judging by the color...
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even there's still plenty to be scared of here. Just not what you thought.
По-моему, сумрак пиздит мне всякую хуйню.
I think he's still quite bad. I mean, what he has come to. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. His half-open eyes give him the look of a dead man. But he is in there, and not enjoying himself.
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight. Look, he's trying to communicate.
The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges, and then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs. His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated.
At least he got to say his piece. What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side. We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
Years, months, weeks, the pile of blankets grunts miserably. The aging alcoholic silence, only heat emanate.
Окей. Не знаю, что, как, да почему.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup along yo. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. Now, Delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary. Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice. The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio. He gives you a short, encouraging nod.
The police. A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up, nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in, the door is open.
Охуеть, они бедно живут. Хотя с гречкой, наверное, богато, в зависимости от времени. Ого.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
Охуеть-то она. Да, блядь.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your condensation from stepping inside. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I...
How about some small talk before you break the news? It's like ripping off a bandage. The least painful way is to do it straight away, without stalling.
Блять. То чувство, когда... Блять, риторика говорит одно, болевой порог говорит другое. Ну а как? Ну как вы? Нет. Ладно, придется, блять, ботинки симпатии. А у меня не ботинки симпатии, разве это? И блокнот в руках. Невозможно. Блять, и чё, кого слушать, риторику или болевой порог?
it's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie. Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month. The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight.
She swallows visibly.
He has a problem with drinking. He's probably in the parks drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
Да, блять. Кто ж так делает?
She folds her hands. Here it comes. You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
What did you say?
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time.
What happened to him? Was he drunk? I see. And you just found him there, lying. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts...
Here.
No. I just need to tell my girls.
It burns like acid. Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
We should step outside and talk.
Сука. Блять, цепляет. Неприятная хуйня. Ну, блять, жизненная слишком.
You did well. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased. They'll manage. Let's go.
This door is made of metal and appears to be no one.
Let's go.
Логичненько. Так. На. Джинсы, которые дают только плюс. Да вы чё, блядь? Самообладание, оно же где-то мне было нужно. Где-то. Нигде. Техника? Зачем? Я чё? Я с моралом разве не закончил? Томми. Опасно. Ну, пойдем с Морелой, по Морелям. Или с Куной поболтать. Но наркоту ему не отдавать. Кстати, да, почему я не допер? Потому что дурачок. А, все равно нет? Угу. И полторезом тоже не вскрыть. Даже мыслей одной нету. Ну и хуй с ним. Йоу. Что пропиздела? А, точно, Куна, блядь. Сюда пока рано.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, give Kuno's kilo, then that's how we split it. It's the best way, street way. Word on the street is, you said your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distraction style. That's some
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit. All right. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit on him.
Tell him, Kuno!
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. No.
Major fucking
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic. Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow, this will change things.
Нихуя.
It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly. None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him, in another life, where he trusts you.
Блять, и чё?
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
Я слушаю других и принимаю решение сам.
Alright, you fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
I told you he can't be trusted! I told you. I told you he'd...
Relax, see? We got plenty of Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that. This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now...
In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got...
Yeah, we got plans!
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig? What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. fucking breaking and entering shit. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window. Yeah? Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit, stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck you talking, sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit. Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think because you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is... Kuno
won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
Yeah, so fucking what? Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
He's trying to fuck you again.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change when it...
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
Fuck right there where? Fucking 3 years or some shit. Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink. Fuck that shit. Kuno's gonna move underground. Lead I am shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live...
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't...
Чудно. Похуй. Так. Полицейскую волну вкачать. Тит Харди не очень, окно кафетерия, блядь, и так. Полицейская волна бы помогла, наверное. Грубая сила, грубая сила, грубая сила, грубая сила. Дверь в церковь я уже это самое. Машина для производства мороженого. Блять, я хотел бы ее вскрыть, но там нужно, блядь, прямо говорится, что нужно не то. Штангу приподнять. А ради штанги... Человек в темных очках. А, там как бы уже все. Нет, но если прокачать, то не все. Джойс Месси. Полицейская волна у нас что? У нас скачана полностью. Да, чудно. Заебись. Заебись. Не прокачана у нас сила воли. Да. Или нет? Просто пойти и посмотреть. Тара-тара-та. Что-то я позабыл все. А, вот здесь сила воли электронная. Ну, допустим, раз мы здесь рядышком. Сила воли. Стопудов ничего не даст. И нет шмоток на силу воли. Это интересно. Нет, есть. Нет, по идее, оно одето все на силу воли уже. Угу. Ну и чё?
An old call box with a matrix. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier. All right. Maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your... There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against...
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Так, а что я хочу-то?
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you! My God.
Wait. Is she...
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been as if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice to be able to...
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talk. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways.
So... it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost...
That is true.
That is true. Так, а там нужна была техника, да? Не, техника нужна просто. Если нужно было сейчас просто запомнить и забыть потом через часик.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you. The drawer slides shut.
Сила воли, сила воли. Сила воли есть. Сила воли есть. Больше вроде на силу воли у меня нихуя нет. Да, блять. Да, блять. Ладно. Я вас понял. Хуя себе боевой дух какой.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the tree. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled. Hundreds of... and the same material. You already went through all of these. The drawer slides.
Окей. Юшки.
Yes?
Да нет, успокойся. Пошли с Эвраром пообщаемся, может он ничего нового гавкнет. И да, я могу попытаться уговорить ящик. Да, и мне нужен этот пакет. Да нет, это хуй быстро. Ну, спускайся. Не, конечно, полный псих. Риторика. Дайте угадаю.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not let...
У меня нет одежды, которая повышает риторику, не так ли? Не помню, что было. Риторика вообще не моя сильная сторона. На-на-на-на. Даже рядом. Ну, а нет, смотри-ка, риторика. Здравствуйте. Чудно. Ну и каковы шансы?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Why are you what? Are you satisfied, detective?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Нет, ничего нового. Про суперборщ я не узнаю. Блять, даже нет. Даже не буду пытаться. Нет, никак. Блять! Сука. Ладно, Куня, хуй с тобой. Все равно. Проеб так проеб. Я забыл про это. Сейчас Куня на меня зол, блять. То, что я его кинул. Так, а я забирался наверх, но... Может, это мне все обследовал? У Куни. Подъем на крышу, все.
Hola, wandering man.
Чисто спросить.
Fuck, does Kuno care? fuck about it. Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking You wanna fuck someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
Усатого говноеда из профсоюза, веселенького трубадура у ворот.
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peeper, Kuno's...
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno...
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Fuck are you talking about?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking...
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You're testing Kuno's pay...
Get lost!
Kuno doesn't...
Выкинул в море. Часть брони. Сатый долбоёб и... Что там было? Общительная местица брони. Да, это...
Hold on, wandering man. How can I help you? The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how
How does it come off?
in parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I agree, officer. Let's focus on the hanging, and later some junior...
Nice. From what I learned, it was a very heavy, boring set of armor. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Да, хули. Хули там требовалось. Пиздец, я бегаю, блядь, с Куной общаюсь. Дожили. А я только что, блядь, его наебал. Ну, чудненько.
Fuck does Kuno care? So? Fuck? Okay. Kuno's a...
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like...
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here after this shit. You better have something real interesting to say if you want to...
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't...
Охуенно у меня заметки и задачки. Искать того товарища, блядь. На побережье. Ладно, пока закончим на этом. Всем спасибо, всем пока.